going on? Levite Apparel, getting ready to go. You know what? Let me put on my headphones so it could be a better ride. Hold on real quick. If you're here, like and subscribe. Got a lot of fuzzies. Let's trim up a little bit. All right, battery full. Let's go. Backing up a little bit. All right. Let's get going. Okay. Like I said, if I didn't say it already, like and subscribe. Levite Apparel. You know where it is. So we got another one. I didn't title this yet, but yeah. Yeah, like I said, I didn't title this yet, but it's whew, there's a lot of things that's going on. I got videos prepped and ready. I have one that's ready to be launched today, but I thought I might do a live to talk about it before I get to the main subject. Embroidery. All right. Yeah, so I got a laser engraver. And the laser engraver I got, the reason why is because just to be able to do hat engraving on leather patches and other things, that right there is a clutch. All right, it's amazing, right? Oh, I got my guy Distinct Performance said, I'm here. What up? All right, I'm gonna have to hit you up soon, brother man. But yeah, I just wanted to do like a quick live today. I got my mic on and my headpiece, you know, left a little early so I could do a live. And then, you know, afterwards I gotta like edit it and stuff and get it going, add some things onto it, change title if need be, you know, the usual. Yeah, so I got a laser engraver, and like I said, the reason is because I wanted to be able to do hats and just offer a different type of patches, you know, and because I can do embroidery patches, right? I can do embroidery on, and I'm also able to do vinyl along with sublimation. But the one thing I couldn't do was laser engraving. I was actually not trying to go in the market for laser engraving, but it just so happened. So why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? So now we got laser engraving included. However, I didn't stop there. I said if I can get a laser engraver, I might as well get a 3D printer. But with the 3D printer, I got plans for it. Everybody knows when they screen print, sometimes you have to put like a quarter or something to give you the registration for your screen. And I figured I have a 3D printer. I should be able to create a makeshift registration thingy, right? I'm saying thingy because I can't tell you full detail until I create it. And then you guys go and purchase it if you're here, and you know about it. Also, we got big plans too. I just got approved for my Amazon store, to be able to sell on Amazon. So we got a lot of stuff that we can do with this engraver and that we can throw on the market for just regular stuff that's needed. So, you know what I mean? There's one thing I know that would really help out, which is maybe like a makeshift plugin for a single needle where you can have multi threads on both sides so you can just switch it out. Those are all ideas that I'm throwing out there, right? Right? My guy said I need some leather patches. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In the works. You know what I'm saying? In the works. So, yeah. But one of the other thing is like, I have a separate channel other than this. I have like 2 channels. I just started, actually 3 channels. I managed to get at least so far just 2. This one and the other one is monetized. But we're working hard on trying to push more videos so we can get higher viewing hours, and that way we can just monetize as easy as possible. But the key, guys, the wonderful key is lives. You got to do lives. Lives will bring you more subs, will bring you more viewing hours, and you can grow a lot faster. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those are all sidebars. And what else? What else is going on in the shop? Oh, pretty soon we got like, it's kind of like pod style kind of podcasts where you have what time is it? I got some time. Nah. Can I? Yeah, why not? Let me get me a veggie burger. Veggie burger. Veggie burger. Yeah. Some people on this live don't like veggie burger, but I love it. Sorry, bro. Veggie burger. All right.
Hi, welcome to Burger King. What can we get you?
Hi, may I please have a veggie burger?
Sorry, Impossible Whopper.
Oh yeah, the Impossible Whopper.
Same with your meal.
Let me get a meal.
Small, medium, or large.
Small.
And your drink?
Yeah, orange juice.
Okay.
All right.
Anything else today?
Yeah, thank you for being wonderful.
Sorry?
Thank you for being wonderful.
Yeah, it's like one now.
All right. Thank you. I got it. All right, my guy said I need some leather patches. Said that already. 10 watching. Hit that thumbs up. Yeah, guys, hit that thumbs up. Yuck. Oh, you talking about the veggie burger? I mean, Impossible Whopper. It is what it is. Some people like it, some people don't. I do. So, yeah, man. What is my? Ooh, it's right here. My chapstick. I'm looking away. Looking away. All right, cool. Okay, cool. Here's the thing, guys, subscribe after the video is done because I know sometimes people don't know to just scroll up and then just press the like button. It is what it is. You do, hopefully you do. Not come back, watch it again, and then like and subscribe if you want. All right. Um, yeah. So hold up.
Hello.
Hello.
11:36, please.
Yes, ma'am. There you go,
Thank you.
wonderful lady.
You want ketchup?
Huh?
Ketchup?
Yes, please.
And would you like a crown?
Of course. I'm a king today. Ooh.
Crown for you.
Oh, yes.
And there's your card and your receipt.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. You have a nice day.
All right. I appreciate you. Thank you. Woo. I feel special. All right. Got my crown on. Let me put it the hood way. Know what I mean? Yeah. Nice play. Um, hold on. I gotta put this away. All right. My guy said, player. You know, in life, no matter who it is, always show them appreciation because you never know when you might trip and fall, and they're right there to help you. You know what I'm saying? And if it just so happens somebody they've known before, it's gonna be pleasurable because guess what? Hey, I know you. Let me help you up. You know what I'm saying? One thing I was taught by my dad: always help each other, and you'll succeed. Ooh, got some good fries over here. Yeah. Ooh, those are some hot fries. Ooh, I gotta burn my tongue. Mmm. Mmm. All right, back to talking. Um, yeah, so it's like I said, we got a lot of stuff going on in the shop. There's a lot of things happening. Um, but for this month, I forgot what I said I was gonna focus on this month. The previous month was all about embroidery and doing stuff for embroidery, right? I was supposed to do more embroidery, and I literally had like one extra day to do it on that month. I blew it. I blew it. Had some stuff going on. I couldn't do what I needed to. My guy said McDonald's is better. Mickey D's is okay. It's okay. It's okay. But they don't have the Impossible Whopper. If they had something that was veggie, I'd take it. But I mean, I could always like do a salad, you know. But it is what it is. Looks like somebody's trying to call me. Oh, my guy's trying to call me. I'm gonna have to let him know on the live. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. I had a call. All right. So, okay. Oh, what up? My guy Jose. Jose in the house. All right, cool. So, as you saw on the live, the title to be announced soon. But yeah, what I really wanted to talk about was embroidery. The past month, I was trying my hardest to focus on embroidery and do some more stuff, but setting up projects, line them up when you have family, kids, and things going on. Like I had no idea I had so much appointments I had to go to, and then there was one I ended up going to that wasn't even it wasn't even set up correctly. Like so I had to go home. It took me like 45 minutes to get there, and I had to go back like another 45 minutes. So it is what it is. So that was a whole day wasted when I could have used it to do some stuff. But anyways, all these are excuses. But I tried my hardest to keep my promise as far as making last month purely majority of it embroidery. I brought to you all these different embroideries. Zumbi. Oh, I got people here. All right, cool. The same performance. What's up? Jose said, "What's up, Distinct?" Zabi said, "What's up? You have to make a crazy embroidery." Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So I tried my hardest to throw as much stuff about embroidery as I could, as far as like videos. I'm glad seeing you live through ID. Say hi. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I sent a lot of videos on embroidery, right? But first, I can't take the credit. I have to thank my guy, Distinct Performance. Um, he had one question about my embroidery machine and also his journey on getting embroidery machines that actually made me think about throwing some of these videos. And with his blessings, I was able to um, uh, learn about buy embroidery by him pointing it to me. So I want to say thank you, Distinct Performance. So yeah. Also, Buy Embroidery contacted me, and they were saying thanks, everything, and they said everything I put on the video was right on. So thank you to them. They might even be watching this one because they told me they were gonna keep an eye on me. So you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, who knows? Maybe they'll send me something. Who knows? I would love it. I would love it. So it is what it is. All right. Yeah. So I did all these videos in compliment to Distinct Performance for helping me find buy embroidery, also Smart Stitch. We were looking at these different embroidery machines, talking about like the difference in price and how some of them are right there in the US and half of them like we don't even know about. In the market, you usually hear about Tajima, Jordan. I always mess that name up. Ricoma. What else? SW. Avante. You know, those are the ones that the main big 10 that you hear. But the other little ones, you barely hear about them. You know, because there's Chinese brands that's out there that's for 3K. 3K and 500 shipping, so you're paying probably 3,050 bucks. I mean $500, right? So 3,500. Some you're even paying $2,500, right? But the issue with these large embroidery machines, these multi-needles, is the fear that people have, which is always, is something going to break? Now, that is a valid understanding, especially if you spend more than 500 on an item, you're gonna want some kind of guarantee, right? But if you know that item is usually top notch, high, expensive, and you're spending less on it, I mean, your expectation should be high, but just keep in mind you're getting a deal, and as you get that deal, use it to working towards getting that name brand that you know can lead you to other stuff. Like, for example, when I got my heat press machine, I got it from Amazon, right? So the fact that I got it from Amazon was great. Um, there was a lot of stuff that I didn't know about heat presses. I watched like videos for a good year and a half before I purchased my heat press machine. By the time I purchased my heat press machine, it was like I knew exactly what I wanted. You know, I got a swing away because I knew I was going to get into sublimation. I didn't know at the time to get an auto press. The only auto press that was around that I knew of were pretty much the Chinese brand, which people were like, "Nah, I'm not bringing over here." And then you had the Hottronics, right? Stalls, different heat presses and stuff. And also, what is the other one? Dang it, the Night, the one that says Night, something Night. So you had all these different heat presses that were available, but they were top notch and they were like super, super, super expensive, right? So since they were expensive, obviously a lot of people went to the ones that weren't like that expensive, right? So in the interim of things, like a lot of people were able to I'm glad I'm going to speed limit because I just saw a trap right there, aka Popo, you know what I mean? So yeah. um yeah, so with all these different heat, hard to decide what to get, but everything ultimately went down to price. And my channel is a channel that focuses on helping everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'll mention big names, I'll talk about big names, but you'll see what I have is usually uh, mid-entry type style machineries, right? For what I do. I need bigger press to do all sublimation. Oh, you're probably talking about all over sublimation t-shirts. Yeah. So so now as time went by, you know, I made the little bit from the shirt game. What I ended up doing was basically this. I took what I got, I invested in a bigger press, right? And then all of a sudden you saw me doing videos on a 16 by 20 auto press, right? Right? And then I realized, you know what? I can do better. I ended up a few months later, well, a couple months later, based on what I got, again, I reinvested into the shop. I went and I got a 15 by 15. Now, the reason why I got the 15 by 15 and also the 16 by 20 is because the 16 by 20 gives you a bigger area, but the problem I have, the 16 by 20, you need at least a 120. It takes a lot of juice. Like, you need a dedicated outlet for it, and you can't plug anything else. Now, if you have a 210 outlet, you know, or a 220, whatever it is, you can pop that baby in it and be all set and plug whatever you want to the outlets that's in there, and yeah, so you're able to use it because the 16 by 20, it takes a lot of heat, so it uses a lot of energy. Therefore, because of that, if you're going to use it, and it was a 16 by 20 auto press, right? 16 by 20 auto press, and the area I had with that was crazy, right? So now, on top of having that, the 15 by 15, it ended up being like my staple for my shop. The 15 by 15, even though it's a little slightly smaller, but in the bigger realm, because you're no longer doing a 12 by 15 or a 12 by 13, you have a bigger space, right? Majority of shirts and printers print 13 by 19 anyways, and majority of the time, you're not even using the whole 19. You're using maybe, I'll say 16.5 or like 15 and a half. So a 15 by 15 is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it uses a outlet. So it was perfect because like I was able to use hold on. Let me let these two knuckleheads go because they're literally right behind me. Go ahead, buddy. Come on, come on. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, so having the 16 by 20 is clutch, but hold on. Come on. There we go. Yeah, so having the 16 by 20 was clutch, but using it was not as great because it would just turn off because I had other stuff plugged to the outlet. And in case you didn't know, in my shop, I upgraded the outlet that's on the outside, and I have a lot of stuff plugged in to that outlet. But when I pop in the 16 by 20, it shuts everything down in my shop. So because of that, I gotta like put it aside. If I'm using the 16 by 20 because somebody has like a 3X t-shirt and they want like a big print or something like that, and I'm screen printing, and because with my screen printing setup, that's what I have, a heat press, as far as like my what do you call it, a conveyor dryer. Yeah, as far as like a conveyor dryer setup situation, right? Makeshift. So yeah, so that's what I have, and then I got a another 15 by 15 from ACV Runt. So I got two 15 by 15s, and believe it or not, I can actually use both of them at the same time. It's pretty interesting, pretty cool. Yeah. So other than that, I would say work with what you have, work with what you can get, right? And like I said, not a lot of people have auto presses like I do, especially three of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about what is within your budget and what you can work with, right? I have two videos I'm gonna throw, and then I have to do my last video. I'm gonna do it on a one color embroidery machine, right, with the one needle. You can swap out colors, but anyways, I plan on doing that. The reason is because I want to focus on the fact that not a lot of people can get, not a lot of people have, and just starting, not a lot of people will have what I have now. It took me about 5 years or so to get what I have, and it's not easy. So I'm not gonna be showing you, like, even though I could have just gone that route, instead of building the shop, I could have just rented out. You know what I'm saying? The amount that cost me to build the shop, um, I could have taken that money, save it, and it would have given me at least, I'd say it would give me at least, yeah, it would give me a month. Yeah, especially in my area, renting out space is not that much. It would give me a whole year with the amount that I spent for the shop. And had I done that, I could have gone the credit route and gotten machinery, and I already had machinery. I could have just thrown it in a rental shop. You know what I'm saying? A lease shop. I could have done that, and it would have been like, "Hey guys, look where I am now. This and that. I got a shop. Yada yada." But I chose not to go that route because, like I said, my channel is based on like viewers who are just starting out, viewers who get into it and want to know what's going on, what's the new stuff, and also viewers who have been there a while and they're growing their craft, but they don't want to invest too much on other things. Like for example, I did the Canon, right? I wanted to have an eco tank setup, but I wanted to print 24-inch wide. So in my channel, like I teach people how to think outside of the box, you know, and it goes back to the embroidery, and I'm going to go back to that. When you think outside of the box, you start to realize like, hey, this bought professionally, sure, it does everything for you, but if I can spare a couple of bucks, a couple of choice options, right, I'll be able to do the same thing as the machine I was going to buy. The only difference is I may have to do a little bit more to make it work, right? All right, cool. I am at a stop sign. Well, stoplight. Let me read this real quick. All right, Distinct Performance says, oh no, Jose says, I have a 16 by 24. Damn. I think that would work. Yes, that would work. Distinct Performance says, dual station M me uh MEM press is future buy. Yes, definitely. All right. Okay. Yeah. So dual station is pretty cool. As a matter of fact, I was gonna get a dual station, but you know what ended up happening? As I was getting that dual station, um, I ended up seeing the auto press, and I had a choice: auto press, dual station. Now the good thing is the dual station was like at least a good $300 less than the auto press. But at the time, everybody on YouTube was on auto press, auto press. I'm like, snap. I need some of those views, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta go with the trend, and not all the time. Yeah, so what ended up happening was like I was like, you know what? I kind of see when auto press would work because even though I have the dual, I'm constantly putting it up and down, right? And I don't think that would work great for my arms if I have like 100 orders or something like that. And I ended up getting like a 40 order, right, front and back. And if you look at it on the printing side, it's actually a 80 shirt order, right? So that auto press, amazing, right? I had to go down once, pop, that's it. That's it. I didn't have to do too much. So I did half of the work of what it would take me to do for 80 shirts. I mean, for 80 prints, right? Front and back, 80 prints. And then I got another one that was 20. That was also front and back. So that's 40. At the end of the day, I ended up spending less time pressing. So it worked out. It worked out great. It worked out great. Uh, yep. So what is next? What is next? All right. Um, Eventually, I got a one needle, and with the one needle, I was basically gonna just practice my embroidery stuff and just, not worry about getting a big embroidery. And then out of nowhere, Ricoma hits it with the 0% down. Anybody can get an embroidery. Just come on down. I was like, damn. A-Dub, right, had his stuff on. I know Jose had one. And I'm like, oh man, I'm left in the dust. Jose, do you have Ricoma? Because I know you have the 50 needle. I don't know if it's Ricoma or not. Just let me know. Um, and then I saw like everybody in their mamas with an embroidery machine. Literally, everybody in their mamas had an embroidery machine. And it was not just regular, it was a multi-needle. I'm like, oh man, what am I gonna do? I was literally left behind. And you could tell too, as soon as everybody started getting these embroidery machines, no, it's an all brother. Okay, cool. Yeah. Facts. Jose. Yeah, so everybody and their mothers had like an embroidery, multi-needle embroidery machine. And I'm like, how the hell these guys got this machine? Like, how can I get one? Right? So out of nowhere, A-Dub hit me up like, yo, why don't you have one? I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think I can get one. He's like, bro, there's no such thing, man. You want one? I'm like, yeah, hit that link. Hit that link. Got a phone call. What up? What up? When you getting it? Right now. Let's do this. All right. So Ricoma was like, yeah, let's do this. Sign on the dotted line. Pop, pop. Went in. At the time, I was back in the Army doing some drills and stuff. And I was also reclassing to a different, this is a long story. I was in the Army, period. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, so as I'm coming back, right, I'm at work. Now, I already signed contract, all this stuff, put in my, I put zero down. It was zero down. Everything was all set, getting ready, and one day I get a phone call. Where do you want it? Excuse me? Oh, sir. Pardon me. And like, my eyes was like glistening. My EM10 here now. Pause. Especially for my eyes was in part. Pause. Right? Yeah, so my embroidery gets here, and backtrack. The reason why I got an EM1010 instead of needle is because I wanted to be something that was as close to mid to entry that my subscribers were able to get, and if they got higher than me or lower than me, it didn't matter. I just wanted to give you. I had plans to build a shop. I didn't know how high of a space I would have. Now, in retrospect, high sloping down to 8 foot, right? So there's enough clearance because the 55.8, so it's my height, that was 6'1" though. I know it's high. It's not as high as I thought it would be, and it still has similar foot to the EM you know. So here I am, like, okay, cool. I got the machine, right? It's here. Now, I was in the process of moving. A lot of things was happening. Orders was coming out. Not for regular stuff. So fine. Background, I was leaving the machine, going. I scheduled my appointment and stuff so they can let me know the embroidery. And then, if you're wondering why I never embroidered, I was watching. Dang it, I forgot his name. I was watching this guy. He said, "Listen, you should know and understand your embroidery machine." Long story short, he said, basically, he said, "F up all your registration. I'm gonna help you reset it up." I said, "Okay." I played around with all of them, and what ended up happening was they were unregistered. Becoma had already pre-registered everything. It was ready to go. All I had to do is just load the file, have it do the embroidery. Man, the guys pulled out a machine, talking about something. This is a registration machine. I'm like, wait, what the hell? Hit my leg. I said, wait, what? I'm like, yo, I don't got that, dude. And now I'm like, Ramiro, that's his name, Ramiro embroidery, whatever. Now I'm looking at him like, yo, what the hell? And then he's like, yeah, this is how you register the 15 needle embroidery machine, yada yada. And not everybody has a 15 needle, so you have to make sure you register it correctly. And then that's when my eyes open, like, oh fuck. Oh, pardon me. That's when I was like, oh damn, I unregistered my machine, and now I'm trying to fix it to what a 15 needle embroidery machine would be. Dang, it's a 10 needle. That's a 15 needle. So as he's saying, do this, do that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I go and have it, try to do a print, right? The print test with the multicolors, whatever, the eye test. Man, this thing was so out of line, out of registration. I was like, oh, dang, I done messed up. So I spent weeks, months trying to re-register my stuff. Now, I could have called Recoma, but I was like, you know what? For my subscribers, I'm going to learn this machine, how to fix it in case there's an issue. Because if somebody hits me up, hey, my stuff is out of registration, what am I going to do? It turns out the channel, you messed up. Messed it up. Yeah, I did mess it up. So I unregistered my stuff, and then I'm like, all right, cool. One needle at a time. Literally, a couple months later, I was able to get it back into Ramiro. Yes, I was able to get it back into registration. Now, don't hate him. He's a good guy. Go to his channel. Watch before you do. That way, you have an understanding of what exactly is going on. You know what I'm saying? This is why you have to watch somebody's channel, right? What they're talking about, in case it doesn't realign with what you think they should be talking about. And then you watch again if you do think it is aligning what you want to do, and then you watch them do things step by step. Since you've already watched it, you can pause, do it, turn it on again, pause, go to the next step. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now I finally got my machine back in order, but it just kept having issues. So I hit up Recoma. Recoma's like, yo, what's your problem? I'm like, yo, this thing's not registering. They're like, wait a minute, we registered this for you. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Yo, send us a file, right? I sent them the file. They said everything's good. What's good? Now, I didn't tell them in the background I had tempered with it. Ooh. so yeah. So now they're like, yeah, just do this, this, and that. And by the way, have you done your eye test to confirm each time that everything is great? So I'm like, no. And they're like, you gotta do the eye test. It'll help you register. And as you're doing the eye test, look at it. If if the top thread is too loose and the bobbin is showing, right, then you have to adjust your top thread and, you know, your bobbin or whatever, depending on what your situation. I don't have the machine with me right now, so I can't really say what's going on. So I just kept on playing around with everything, and eventually I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and for some reason the red was always out of registration, man. I was like, oh man, what am I gonna do, right? One day A-Dub has one of his video on IG on simple things that we overlook when it comes to embroidery, that we think that's a problem with our machine, but it's actually not. So I mentioned A because he's the one that basically I watch his stuff for embroidery help, because he has similar machines as me, right? So now I'm like, damn, man, this red thread, everything was great. Everything was in registration, but the red thread wasn't great. So now I'm like, oh, man, hold on. Come on. All right, we back. So now I'm like, oh, man, what am I going to do? And I'll praise Most High. A-Dub said, hey, do you have your embroidery machine giving you problems? And I feel like he was talking to me. I said, me? He's like, yeah, if your embroidery machine is giving you problems, just go back to the bobbin, right? If there's nothing wrong with the bobbin, you set it up right, you good. Go back to the thread, follow the trail, and then he says, aha, you see this right here? So when you have your bobbin, right, I mean your thread goes through the thread little hole thing, and then it comes down, and there's like a little clip, I forgot what we call that thing. It holds the thread together so that it doesn't move around, it stays in one location, right? And then it goes down to your tensioner, right? So that was actually not inside the clip that it was supposed to be. The red one, it was way out there, right? Yo, Jose, don't be messing with me, man. Don't be messing with me. You know what I'm saying? I left early, so there's literally almost nobody on the road. You know what I mean? And I can go the speed limit, so I'm good to go. You know what I mean? Yeah, so now, I don't know, can I turn the camera? I can, but forget it. So yeah. So now he's like, yeah, just put it right back in the slot, follow it again, pull the thread from the needle to make sure it's got some good tension, and then let it do its thing. Do a print test with the eye, whatever. Bro, I looked at my phone. I think I threw it away across the room, because I'm like, this whole time I was having issues because, back step. I did that. I had it print. I did the eye test, and that thing was perfect. Perfect. I said, what the? I spent a month and a half trying to figure this thing out, and all I had to do was look up to see the thread is not in the holder. Right? So now I'm getting my eye test. I'm throwing that thing on what do you call it? IG, like, yo, look what I can do, this and that, right? And it's the simple stuff that you miss when it comes to embroidery that makes it seems as if you're not a good embroiderer, but sometimes it, like they say, it's technical issues you are having, not really the machine. And when you have understanding of the machine, right, and especially if that company is still there and there's parts for the machine, you good to go. You good to go. You can get any machine you want and learn that machine and go to another embroidery machine and kill that one too, Because at the end of the day, if you're a screen printer, if you start with a blue screen printing machine, no registration, right? And you killed it for a good month or year, whatever, right? Like me, you know what I'm saying? And somebody throw you a round net, side clamps, registration, X, Y axis, all that bull. You're gonna be looking at this thing like it's a Lamborghini. Cause you're gonna have understanding like, yo, I don't have to do it with my hands manually anymore. All I have to do is just boop, 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 beep, 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 pop, 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 or whatever they do now. And that's it. Oh man. So I threw all those videos on different embroidery machines to just let you know straight up, like, yo, listen, there's other machines out there, right? You don't have to, I think they call it break the bank, right? In order to get what I have, you can have something similar. And when you look at majority of these embroidery machines, maybe some of them look different on the inside. Yeah, maybe some of them look different on the inside, but on the outside, they all look the same. You know what I'm saying? They all look the same. So I was like, you know what? I know somebody is gonna come out of their mouth, pardon me, come out of their mouth and talk about some, I don't want a Ricoma because machine problems. This is when I say, excuse me? Excuse me? You don't know what you're talking about. Majority of the time when you have machines, it's usually dang it, operator error. That's the word I was looking for. Operator error. And if you're not careful on understanding that, you're gonna think you're sitting with a lemon when in fact you got yourself a hot rod. Or like a muscle car. You know what I'm saying? So so I listed all these different brands that I could. My plan was to list at least 10 different brands, but I was like, you know what, that would have taken forever, and then the videos would have been too short, because there's no way people would have digested all that video on embroidery machines from different brands. It was going to be overwhelming. So I said, you know what, let me just pick 2 brands that I know is easy to get, you know, easy to get, but most importantly had Amazon links. Ooh, affiliation, baby. Oh yeah, hit my links. So I was like, yeah, let me get me some Amazon, you know, hits on that, because regardless, if you look at the price, and majority of people, what they tend to do is this, right? They'll go window shopping. Yeah, there's virtual window shopping too. They'll see the machine and they'll say, okay, cool, I like the specs. They'll see different, because what Amazon does is they'll put sites that I probably haven't even mentioned that's available over there. And when they're looking at those different embroidery machines, they'll be like, wait. This one is 5K. That one with has just been discounted $100 less. So I'm looking at less than 5K. I can borrow from a friend maybe 3K or even 2K. and hold on to it for a little bit. Tell them, I'll give them the money after tax, and just build up my money before the year's over. Oh, okay. This guy was turning. Yeah, before the money's over, the year's over. My apologies. Yeah, before the year's over. I'm gonna read your comments soon. Almost at the stop that I want to be at. But yeah, so yikes, what was I talking about? Man, I forgot. Oh yeah, embroidery price and Amazon. Yeah. So now somebody can see different prices and they can say, okay, well, you know what? I just clicked on this guy link. I know he getting paid. Let me get something. Oh, oops, my bad. Yeah, so they can have the choice of different embroidery machines that's available. And from there, they can make a proper decision and not go broke because debt issues. And here's the thing, Amazon also offers their credit card. So if you have good credit, you can qualify for their credit card. And by using their credit card, you can actually purchase those embroidery machines, right? Which is a plus and helps a brother, man. But, yeah, you can purchase it through them, see how their rates are, what it is, all that stuff. And here's the best part. With Amazon, all their stuff has a return. Although it'd be kind of hard to return something like that. But normally Amazon sends you like a return slip and stuff like that. So a machine like that, if you can get on the crate, all that stuff, you should be able to return it, no problem. You know, unlike the other machines where you finance it through those companies, you can't return that. Like, it's yours. Like, whatever issues you have is your problem. If you owe money, it's your problem. You get to keep the machine though, but little by little, you have to figure out how to pay off this debt. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's lots of ways. Like, that's one caveat I just gave you. You can go get it on Amazon, use the Amazon credit card, right? And once you do that, you got yourself, like, for example, oh man, I never talked about it, the multi-needle, right? Okay, the multi-needle. Let's say you have big clients coming up, right? And you're like, you know what? I really need this. You know you have the work for it. You know you're gonna get the money for it. The multi-needle is like 10K. I think they take out 100 and 1,100 off of it. So that 10K now is like not even 9K. It's like 8,900. Wow, for a 2-head embroidery machine. Now imagine this, right? You go and say to yourself, I really need this. And you have good credit, good enough that you can apply for the Amazon card and get it, right? The Amazon credit card and get it. Now you got the card, right? Now keep in mind, most of those things are high interest, so be careful with it, right? Like my friend Distinct would say, be careful, right? But if you really need it, you never know. You might find yourself purchasing it, right? Let's say it costs you 8K. Let's just use 8K, right? With the discount they give, right? And let's say they add interest and all that stuff, right? Let's say you're looking at 10K at the end of the day. The machine was originally 10K anyways, right? But guess what? Before the year is over, if you do have the work for it, you've already paid for it. That's number one, right? You've already paid for it. Number two, let's say you made, now I'm not a tax consultant, or am I a financial advisor, not even your financial advisor. But this is what I understand and what I would do in my situation, right? You get the machine. Guess what happens once you get the machine? It's a tax write-off. It's actually, if you hold it for 2 years, it's a 2-year tax write-off. The payments you're making to the machine every year goes into your taxes as lost profit, right? So, but here's the best thing. If you have good credit and you go and you get this machine, right? Now you can do that with any other machines that you want. You don't have to pay anything. Zero down, machine gets shipped at the time that you need it. Whatever time they say you'll have it, you get the machine. Once you get the machine, you start your embroidery process, start learning. But you just want to make sure you get the one that has at least somebody in the US that you can contact, right? Because you know that 24-hour thing is weird. Um, and then also you want to have one that's reliable for you, right? That you believe is reliable. The machine that's reliable is one that has customer service, because at the end of the day, if you have no customer service, you're by yourself, right? You know, um, yeah. So yeah, so you go to Amazon, you get the Amazon credit card, you purchase the machine, and now the machine is coming to you, and you have it available, and all you do is as your things come in, you pay it off through that, right? But what that may do for you also, it may help you increase your prices without prejudice, right? Meaning, if you would have sold it for like $10, you may be looking at 15, $20 if you were selling an item, like, and you may have to increase your amount that you're willing to do. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna do a one-off because it has to be worth it. You know what I'm saying? For you even start that machine, because it's a lot of money for that machine. Plus, a machine that much means you have to get training, which means you have to take time to learn it. So, in actuality, somebody would be paying you the for having the machine, for knowledge of having to use the machine, and for just the fact that the machine is industrial and made for the project. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna read some of you guys' stuff. All right, cool. I'm at a semi-stop. Cars aren't moving. All right. Distinct Performance says, don't get me wrong. I think Ricoma is well-built machine, but I see too many people trying to get rid of them. Basically new. Yep, you're probably talking about the Ricoma resale site. Okay, cool. The same performance also says need a good service tech on standby. All right, it's possible with the right price. Can't afford downtime. I agree with you. I agree with you, especially. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, so like I was saying, I agree with you. What time is it? Oh, it's only 3:30. Yeah, yeah. My guy, do not take that parking space. Leave it for me.
Please press the button and take the parking ticket. Please take the parking ticket.
You don't want
Please
that.
enter
You don't want that
following the
space.
values.
You don't want it. You don't want it. Leave it for me. Know what I mean? Yeah, 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 yeah. Let me get that space. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, dang it. I hate when big cars park in parking spaces. They know they can fit perfectly in their space and they just hog other spaces for no reason. But first, work with the single needle is great, and you can do this method where you basically do small pieces of embroidery, connect it, and then small piece of embroidery, connect it, and then sublimate on it, and there you go. You can do large printing. Can I? Another ruined parking space. All right, guys, like and subscribe. This is Levi Apparel.